All right, so this is our mind mapping, brainstorming, like let's fuck around and find out session.
Fuck around and find out. Okay. Yeah,
Mads,
we love that.
okay. All right, let's do this. We're gonna try to do this for Godkiller, okay? Godkiller is a holy punk game for one player, the Godkiller, and one game master, the God of Gods. Together you will weave a mythic, violent, and transformative tale about a single mortal rising against the challenges of the divine. All right, awesome. Your story
Oh
is
yeah.
set in the Cradle, a post-apocalyptic fantasy realm where desperate deities eat each other for survival, power, and pleasure. Mortals toil under the thumbs of their gods, consigned to a life of servitude and worship, scrounging for scraps of divine favor. The colossal husks of dead gods litter a magically deformed landscape. A miasma of glowing soot hangs in the sky, thrumming with irradiated divinity. The desiccated remains of the river, the fabled home of the gods that dried up 10,000 years ago. Everything changes when the player, through accident or providence, becomes the Godkiller, the only mortal in the cradle capable of killing a god. Their emergence thrusts the realm into chaos. Now everyone in the cradle, mortal and god alike, wants to control, destroy, silence, worship, exile, fuck, or dominate them. The God Killer is caught up in a conflict that predates them, embroiled in a holy war they never asked for, trapped between their mortal heart and their divine power. But their life is theirs, and theirs alone. So what, dear God Killer, will your power reveal about you? Which gods will you kill to get what you want? And which gods will you spare? God Killer is the protagonist of the game, only mortal in the realm with the power to slay a god. GM portrays everybody else. Oh boy.
Everyone.
Yes. So that's all right. I do everybody, so that's fine. We have a tale of centers of the God Killer, deities they care about, and their adventures throughout the cradle. All right. While various NPCs can and should meddle in the God Killer's life, the player's character should never play second fiddle to someone else's story. Okay. Spirit of God Killer is collaborative, not adversarial. Okay, we know how this works. Work together to weave a rich and engaging narrative that's not about winning or losing, but telling a creatively fulfilling story. So, yeah, so basically, yeah, we should just continue to communicate. It's like, if you're finding something's not working, then I'll go over like our safety tools and all that kind of stuff that we
Of course.
have available to us. So, GM's job is to describe what's around the player, play the NPCs, and make the world feel threatening, responsive, and interesting. Player's job is to confront that world head on with enthusiasm and curiosity. Occasionally, this means the God Killer will fail. Their plans might implode, an NPC might thwart them, or the dice might have ideas of their own. While this can be frustrating to experience, failure is a crucial part of the story of Godkiller. The main character needs to face meaningful challenges in order to experience a meaningful journey. Just because the God Killer fails at something doesn't mean the player does. The player could even be rooting for their God Killer's downfall at certain points in their story because
What? No
experiencing
way.
defeat is sometimes more narratively interesting than winning. Oh my God. I swear to God, like, I can't even remember how many times I cried during my run of God Killer. Jesus. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe she's going through this. But sure, why not? It's fine. If the God Killer got what they wanted all the time, the story wouldn't be very fun for the GM to facilitate. No. By the same token, if the God Killer rarely or never achieves their goals, then the campaign wouldn't be very fun for the player to experience. So communicate your feelings with your scene partner and be very curious about their perspective. God Killer is about balance, balancing the player's wishes against the GM's desires, balancing the player's ideas against the GM's plans, and balancing the player's agency against the GM's plots. So, respect, partner's point of view, trust that they're behaving in good faith. Uh, we're rooting for each other. I mean, my tagline, me personally, is I'm a fan of characters and their stories. So, shit, yeah. I mean, like, I'm rooting for you while I'm also trying to decimate the character's feelings. So,
Yeah.
yeah. You are creative equals coming together to tell a story you cannot write alone. That's very true. That is
Mm.
so fucking true. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, safety tools. Yep. So we got the lines and veils.
Yep.
That's in the tab. And then, of course, we got the X card. You know how that works. I mean, like, just
Hmm.
say it out loud because, I mean, like, I'm not going to know unless you say it. And then, of course, I also use script change. So,
Okay.
you got to use, if you got to do pause with me, I mean, like, obviously we'll take it offline and then we'll talk about like whatever you need to pause on.
Okay.
If you want to fast forward through something and you don't want to role play through it, or you think we need a time jump because, hey, I want to do like 3 days from now, like get to that particular scene because
Okay.
I think the rest of it is kind of like, it's the journey. Nobody needs to see that part. It's fine.
Mm.
And then rewind. So like we go through something, you decide to go through a particular action or decision, and then you're like, oh shit, I don't like that at all. Can we back it up and go to that one particular moment? And
Okay.
you can try a different direction. That's completely fine. Honestly, I mean, I'm cool with that because we had a big campaign where like our whole table decided to do a rewind. I mean,
Wow.
like literally from I forget what episode it was. It was like maybe like 4 or 5 or whatever. And like the one episode ended so badly. It was like, holy shit, guys, I don't know about this. And then like we as a table decided like during the week, can we do a rewind and change
Wow.
it?
Okay.
And we changed it. So it was almost like we were starting from a particular point in the journey.
Mm-hmm.
Like we backed it up and then like we just went a different way.
Continued. Okay.
Yeah, we went literally in a completely different direction. So we went to this particular wizard first in the first run.
Mm-hmm.
It ended badly. And then we went to a different wizard in the second run, which
Okay.
it's a little bit better. So, yeah, I mean, like, I'm a complete fan of rewind. So, if you got to
Okay.
do it, you got to do it. It's fine. No right or wrong in this game. This is a game, and your partner's feelings and comfort are more important than whatever story is being told. Here we go.
Always.
Always. Okay, cool. Let's read this. The Cradle, Epitaph. Once upon a time, child, the gods descended from the river in the sky and taught us how to worship. They taught us how to speak and build homes and cook food and fall in love. They taught us what to do and what not to do, how to think and how not to think. They taught us to pray, to obey, to devote. And finally, after we had proven our faith, the gods taught us magic. Once upon a time, the gods loved us. Then the river dried up, and the gods were stranded here, and their magic was running out. The name of the first god who died is lost to the ravages of time, but we do know one thing. The other gods witnessed, and they learned. They learned that killing brought power, and magic, and pleasure. And soon another god was slain, then another, and another. The corpses of fallen deities now litter the land, serving as monuments to the viciousness of divinity, the utter cruelty of desperation. The devouring, as we now call it, was an age of fear and blood, and it persists to this day. Yep. So, Cradle died long ago, Ghost live on, and yep, the necrotizing wound is home. Oh boy. Yep. So, let's see. All gods have a hunger, a power, a heart, a downfall, and a curse. All right. Mortals are touched by the devouring. Some live and die as minions tithed to divinity, serving their gods in exchange for protection. Others are opportunistic marauders who rove the land in beastly gangs, preying on the weak and brawling against the strong as the gods look on indifferently. Still others are sellswords, grim merchants of death who ply their trade in exchange for wealth. So, yep. Staying alive, as a mortal, staying alive means keeping your head down, worshipping your god, and doing as you're told. So, you can be a pragmatic survivalist, you can do your best to get by, but you can still find joy and solace in even the darkest of circumstances. Yeah. Alright, you're Godkiller. You are not afforded the luxury of personhood. You can never just survive. You must carve legend into being. You may try to avoid the affairs of gods and mortals, but destiny will always catch up to you, and your reluctance shall be punished.
Wonderful.
Like, so you must go on the hero's journey whether the hell you want it or not. The world has deemed you important, and the cradle looks towards you for answers about the future. You never asked for this, but neither did anyone else. All right.
But I'm just a nobody.
Yeah, I'm just a nobody. I know,
Just
right?
a
I mean, like, leave me the
nobody, man.
fuck alone. I don't want to do anything. Seriously, I swear to God, just leave me the hell alone. But no, no, no. It's going to encroach upon my world. Ah, sucks. All right. All right, like tools in the hunt to understand terms of the Godkiller sheet. Yeah, we know what the tools are for the most part. Tools in the hunt. Okay, so you've got your divinity. So that's how your origin describes how your divinity manifests. Otherwise, the exact definition of your divinity has intentionally been left vague. So what your divinity can and can't do is negotiable and contextual. Work out the details with your GM. So I know specifically for the nobody, I mean, like if we're looking at the character keeper,
Yep.
to activate your divinity, you have to overcome a dangerous obstacle with nothing but your mortal's wits or skills, and that awakens it. And then
Okay.
you kind of have it in reserve until you actually use it for something big. So it's your
Okay.
spectacle power, like, for like when you can do nothing else, but you can only trigger it when you do that one particular thing. So you hold that power in reserve, and then when you use it, then we just mark off that checkbox. You would describe like what that looks like once you develop more about like what your character does. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, when you dive in your first session, your divinity is dormant, meaning you can only access a tiny portion of it. You can awaken your divinity by playing your divine trigger, determined by your origin. Yep. Unleash it at any time to complete a single astounding feat. When you unleash your divinity, godhood explodes from your soul, altering the flow of destiny and bending the fates themselves to your will. And that could change. I mean, like, the way it looks, it's like I'll ask you to describe what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on the circumstance, like, I'll ask you what the effect is,
Okay.
Especially because, you're probably going to use it in a desperate circumstance. So, yeah,
Usually.
got to pull that sucker out and be like, this is what I got to do. This is what I got to do.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, like you're going up against a god. I mean, damn, like, please. So, okay. All gods have a power, a unique suite of abilities beyond mortal comprehension. Like a god killer's divinity, a god's power is unique to them and allows them to accomplish incredible feats. Okay. In the cradle, only deities and a special few others can wield powers, such as chosen servants or monsters. Okay. I'll portray them accordingly. Let's see. And I can wield it whenever, da-da-da-da-da. I can even harness my power to directly imperil the Godkiller. Oh, no. All right. As the
I love
God
the sentence where it says, when a god wants to wield their power, they could just do it. No roll needed, no questions asked.
I know. It's like,
They just do
they
it.
just do it. They just do it. But
Nat
as the
20 automatically.
Yeah, exactly. But as the Godkiller, you can also wield powers, but these abilities are not native to you. You must acquire powers from gods, often by force. Every time you kill or spare a god, you gain a semblance of their power for yourself, unlocking the ability to wield their power in the same way they did. It doesn't matter if you attempt to kill or spare them was disastrous. You obtain a fragment of their power regardless. So, divine magic is dangerous. Your ability to wield it is never quite as impactful or controlled as the god you stole it from. You can channel lesser versions of what they can do, but always limited by your mortal understanding of their ability. And then we can go over how to wield it. Okay, if you want to overcome your mortal limitations and make full use of a power you've claimed, you can attempt to manifest a miracle. And then that's, I believe, like a particular move that you're allowed to do. But manifesting a miracle incurs a steep price. Yep. As the magic burns through you, singing your will into reality, you lose your ability to wield that power forever. So yeah, if you can do it just a little bit, that's fine. But then once you manifest that miracle, then that's where you cross it off.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, you'll have access to those powers, and then you'll just use the I think it's just a cross off when you get it. So yeah, you just use the strike through function on the thing, so we know that that's a power that you no longer have access to.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So manifesting a miracle, and believe me, in certain circumstances, you'll probably be like, I need to use this and blow this guy up. So I get you.
Okay.
All right. Strain describes any and all forms of stress, physical, emotional, mental, and magical. 5 strain boxes. When you're told to suffer strain, 1 strain, 2 strain, whatever. Check the corresponding number of boxes. Your strain boxes provide a holistic overview of your character's mental and physical state. So, bodily harm, emotional duress, being publicly humiliated, or learning that your lover has betrayed you. Okay, so I have final say what constitutes strain and how many boxes you should mark. Okay. And I think Donna did a really good job of doing this, so let's see. Mark strain. Yep. So anytime you mark a box of strain, it'll tell you automatically on the side, like, what that means. So, like, how much it brought you down. Yeah, like, Donna did a great job on this thing. Yeah, it's great. It's awesome. So, yeah. Like,
oh, yeah, we love that.
It'll show your dissent about, like, oh, honey, you better fix this thing. Okay, 4th strain, 5th strain. Okay, great. 2 ways to clear strain. First is by tending your wounds in a narratively appropriate fashion. Treat bruises, like heal emotional injuries by confiding in loved ones, lift spiritual ailments.
Can I do a Resident Evil style where, like, regardless of where I get hurt, I just wrap my left arm? Regardless of where I get hurt. You get, stabbed in the leg, just wrap my left arm and it heals it automatically. Just pour it all over.
What does it say? Narratively appropriate. I don't care what Resident Evil does. Narratively appropriate in this game. Jesus. Oh, God. I didn't even know that Resident Evil did that. I honestly didn't know.
He always, like, pours it on his hand. Like, there's, like, medicine. And they do it in The Last of Us as well.
Okay.
That you always just wrap up your arm, bite it off, like rip off the rest of the bandage. And that is your heal. That is the first aid kit.
Oh, my God.
It's so funny.
Holy shit. No, I did not know that.
Yeah, regardless of how you get hurt. Shot in the shoulder, just wrap that left arm. Heal that.
Oh my God. Narratively appropriate, please. Okay.
Also, it has to make sense.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah, it gotta make sense. It gotta make sense. So, like, if you get hurt in the right shoulder, please take care of that right shoulder for you.
Shoulder, okay.
Yeah. Or somebody, like, if your friend, like, ends up giving you up to one of the gods, it's like, and you feeling betrayed, it's like, do not wrap your shoulder. Please do something about that, like, for your heart's sake, like, feel better about yourself or whatever, or, like, take revenge on that friend. I don't care what you do to feel better for yourself.
Depends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How badly do you feel betrayed? Okay. All right. Let's see. So, first, by tending to your wounds in narratively appropriate fashion, okay, may impose special clear conditions on some traumas. So if you've been burned by a gout of clearest flame, you may be only able to clear the specific boxes by bathing in a blessed pond or something like that. So,
okay.
Clearing strain normally takes resources, safety, and time. So we'll see how this goes. Second way to clear strain is by playing into your mortal trigger, determined by origin. So your mortal trigger says when you put your own life or limb on the line to help someone dangerous. Oh boy, that's when you can clear all strain. So yeah, another desperate move on your part to be able to save somebody dangerous, to defend somebody, I guess.
Risk myself for someone dangerous.
And risk yourself and then clear all the strain in the world that you have. So, yeah.
It seems so like, it's like, I'm gonna take strain to get rid of it?
Yes.
Okay.
Cause
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, like, you're mortal. You're weird. I don't know. I will honestly say that I think the one time that one of the times that I did use it, it was because one of the gods that I did spare, I kind of liked him. Okay. And I was saving him. So I cleared all my strength. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he was cute. I mean, sorry. Okay, whatever.
Most gods are. That's part of the problem.
He had the little dog tooth. I couldn't help it. I mean,
not the dog tooth, man.
Yeah, he was cute. No, he was really fun. He was really funny. He was fun.
He was funny?
Yes, he was funny. He was fun.
Let's go look at his cons list. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. See how long that was.
Hey, look now.
Mm-hmm.
I was trapped in Basfamel's tower, okay? I mean, like, that was a weird experience. Very toxic experience. All right. Anyway, curses. During your doomed and exalted quest to change the cradle forever, you may find yourself the target of a curse. Uh, Curse is a powerful geese. I never could pronounce that word for shit. So, pardon. Magical obligation or prohibition placed upon you as punishment. Okay, so gods like to curse mortals that trespass against them. So, terms of a curse are always phrased like so: thou shalt not, and every god has one. So, three known ways to
Fun.
break a curse. First is simple but dangerous: violate its terms and await disaster. Provided you survive the consequences of your trespass, the curse will no longer have any hold over you. Okay, so break the curse and just like, accept the consequences and be like, yeah, curse, yay.
Take it. Take it on the chin.
All right. Second, makes you vulnerable. Beseech a god for a favor.
Oof.
No god lifts a curse without a price, and you should be
Of
wary of
course.
those who promise they will. There is always a cost. Absolutely.
Ugh. All
The third
right.
way is complicated and rare. Some curses have special cures, like true love's kiss or consuming the still beating heart of a martyr. To learn if your curse has a cure, you may need to travel to a holy site, consult a prophet, or divine omens from freshly spilled entrails. Your GM will tell you what the usual method is in your world. Just temper your hopes. The bones may come up empty, and there may not be a cure for your affliction at all. So,
Okay.
a questing we will go. There may be other ways to lift a curse, but you'll have to figure those out as you play. So, we'll see. Now that you have a handle on your tools, it's time to emerge in a baptism of blood and fire. All right. So, you have chosen an origin. We know who you
Yes.
are. Nobody. Nobody is here by accident. Your divinity is hidden, strange, and brand new to you. So, what humble life are you leaving behind?
Yeah, we sort of talked a little bit of my ideas already of this sort of younger generational situation here. Because I was looking at these wonderful gods that we already had before us, and there was one name in particular that I was just like, is that really what they're called? Orphan maker. And I was like, well, if I anything, I know what an orphan is, but usually the situation is that the orphan is the one that is in the that's the worry, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, orphan maker sounds like he's going out of his way to destroy those above them and leaving a bunch of children
Yes.
with no parents.
Yes.
So I was like, oh, what if this orphan maker is so toxic in this world that most folks are young adults to various in ages, but like elderly is not something that you really see. And if you do, like they're very, very sacred.
Yeah.
So the humble life that I'm leaving behind is younger generations and other folks like myself who probably grew up without parents or without guidance, and whoever is the eldest in this space are kind of like our leaders
Yeah.
and such, and I'm thinking I'm probably
True
one of
elders.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What?
leaving behind,
Like in
yeah,
a. Then.
impressionable younger I guess it would they be denizens? Would they be neighbors? Younger.
Impressionable young peers like yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's the main thing that I feel like I'm leaving is the folks.
Why did you never fit in?
I looked a little different. Um, Feeling like not in a way that comes across as I'm not one of the people or I'm not from this area, but more of like birth deficiencies, right? So like um ears are a little shaped strangely. Um Skin color is different in a few different places. Little just tiny things, right? It's the equivalency of someone having like an extra finger and whatnot. Just like tiny things where just like it's not enough for us to shun you completely,
Mhm.
but you aren't like us. You're similar, but you're not exactly the same.
Yes.
So we had to work harder.
Yeah.
to prove our worth, I feel like.
So the bullies and the mean girls were probably like, making fun of you for whatever reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because you didn't look completely like them.
Nope.
Yeah.
This is one that when I was going over the questions, I didn't know because I was like, what are you so desperate to gain? And I wasn't sure if we were having like a current issue where I'm from, as to be like, okay, there's someone needs to do something about this, right? So like when I was sort of having my inspirations list, like sort of like part of Moana's like call to adventure was that everything was getting destroyed, right? Like the
Hmm.
coconuts were the fishing holes were coming up, right?
Yeah.
Like it was becoming like someone has to go out and try to figure out what's going on as to why we're being affected.
Right.
Um, so I was thinking maybe something similar, like there is something, whether a plague or things are coming up missing or food is scarce, something is happening here that it's like I'm already eager to leave
Yeah.
to help.
Right. I mean, like, you're like out to solve a mystery, but also to get away from like these crap heads. Um, I mean, like mine was actually like, very, very existential. Like, when I did
Okay.
mine, like I literally put in like a purpose in life because like I
Ooh.
was I was like cooped up in a temple. Um,
Mm.
and I got chased away because of the uh the pestilence rot that was encroaching upon our lands and possibly would be going through the temple very soon. But yeah, I mean, like, if you want to say that um, there's a there's a there's a answer to be gained because there's a mystery about what is affecting, if you want to say food or resources or something like where you are at. What
Hmm.
is what is the greatest resource that you think they depend on, the community or the town or whatever that you're with. I mean, like, what do they depend on the most?
Given where we are, part of our ability to live as we are is because of our buildings being so high.
Hmm.
When those tides come in, usually we're safe.
Yeah.
So like tides, they come and they go.
Right.
They keep coming,
Yeah.
and they're not going as much, which is a problem.
Flooding. So there's
Flooding.
some kind of, yeah. There's a needing to
So
find
everyone
ins.
keeps moving inward, and we keep moving inland and inland and inland, and it's like, okay, after a while, it feels like it's following us.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
like, how much more inland can we go
Yeah.
before we're just completely underwater? Like what's going on here?
Yeah.
And who wants to leave the land that, they're from and they're born in and, have been in their entire life? People don't like change.
Some people don't want to find out the answers. They're happy to be in the place they've always been. But
Mm.
if you have a desire for knowledge and you have a desire for um, wandering, for travel, that could be something that you want.
So
Traveling
I'm
to
thinking,
find an
yeah,
answer.
safety for them,
Yeah,
knowledge
traveling
of what's going on.
exactly, like traveling to find an answer.
Um,
Desperate to find an answer to the flooding. Or
Also like time crunch,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like it's not going to get better while I'm gone unless whatever I'm doing while I'm gone makes some kind of difference along the way.
yeah,
So that's going to be always a gnawing thing in the back of our mind the longer that we're gone.
sure.
The worse it probably is. Um, and is it everywhere? Is it just us? Are we being targeted? Is it flooding everywhere?
That's
Is
a good
every is like
question.
is it rising? So that's a thing. Because if
Yeah.
there other people are safe, then maybe migration is just all we need to do, and we're fine. But if it's happening everywhere, then it's an even bigger issue.
Then it becomes evacuation. So
Mm,
migration versus evacuation, and some people may resist that. They may not want
yeah.
to. It's like, why should we? I mean, like, fishing comes easier. Just catch with nets instead of having to actually fish. You know, some people will rationalize it that way, that sort of thing. So,
And we're definitely not afraid of change. Like like my character is definitely one of those that's like you have to live to be able to tell your stories
hmm
and pass it down. Like it doesn't matter if we have to change for that to happen. I'd rather do that
hmm
than to lose everything uh and still not make it anyway. Like
exactly. So let's see. Covenants. Your relationship with divinity is complicated. So
mm,
you're going to choose you three different gods to form a covenant with. So, covenant of worship. You tithe to this god. So, what sacrifice must you regularly offer to show your devotion to? Who did you pick?
Hunger of Eden, Lord, is it
Basf-
Baphomet?
Baphomet. Yep.
Oh.
What sacrifice must you regularly offer to show your devotion to
When I
Baphomet?
saw the art and I saw the feathers and I saw the melanated skin and I was like, okay, this is very interesting. And I'm thinking in this world where we are um sort of to the whims of weather, which seems to be a reoccurring thing here, what better than to put faith in something that is above it all? The sky. You can't get any higher than that, at least from our perspective. We don't know anything about space or things of that nature, stars, but so what sacrifice? I was trying to think what would be a good thing that they might ask for. Um, because it says regularly, so it's not even something that's just like, oh, once every full moon. Like this is something that's probably fairly consistent, so it needs to be something that can be easily done.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And if you ever
prayer
need
is like
to,
the easiest thing, but I'm like maybe.
like kind of like quickly look at the god themselves, like you can go over
Mhm.
to the drop down on the right, and then like just look at them and like
That's
when you
what that
pop,
does. Okay, I was
yeah, yeah.
trying to figure out if we were like I didn't touch it because I was like maybe this is a DM
No,
space.
no, that's fine. I mean, like, you can
Oh.
totally, like, this is the shortcut to looking at the gods. So, like, you can see, like, their hunger,
Oh.
like, what they hunger for, their particular power, their heart, their downfall, and, like, I
Beautiful
can explain all that shit,
things.
like, later. But, I mean,
Okay.
like, this is the quick way to look at their stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, the drop-down
Mm.
window. So, yeah, I mean, like, if you want an idea of,
So he
like,
likes to eat.
he's a, he's a
He's a
hungry boy. He's
he's
a
a
hungry
hungry
boy.
man.
You can, yeah, you can see why being, yeah. Anyway, and the appetite could mean a bunch of
A
different
couple
things.
couple of different ways.
Uh-huh.
Couple of
So,
different things. I must
I'm just saying.
cultivate and devour be Why must you devour it?
Look
You
now,
can't really enjoy it if it's gone there, sir.
but it's a constant it's a constant thing for him, you know,
So what could we give him?
to show your that's why it's also for him a regular devotion, right? Like you got to offer
Hmm.
him something. So, what
What
could
is
you
he into? He's hungry. He likes
beauty,
beautiful things.
beautiful.
But beauty is in the eye of the beholder. We all know this.
I mean,
Would
what do you
he, given that his power is druid craft, makes me
mhm.
think he has an affinity with plants
Or animals,
or animals.
could be both.
Oof. So killing of beautiful things. So that could be uprooting flowers. That could be killing I don't know, a bunny or two. I
Cultivate
don't
and
know what he
devour.
wants.
I mean, like, like
Hmm.
you're helping in the growth, but then like, the cycle. There's a cycle here. It's like he's gonna
All is one and one
cultivate.
is all.
You're gonna cultivate, and then he's gonna eat, and then he's gonna cultivate some more. You know what I mean?
So
Like
are we maybe we're planting? Maybe we must like plant as we go along.
maybe. I mean, you know, being near water. I mean, like it makes it easy to
Hmm.
fish, but yet it also like maybe there's a particular plant like in
Hmm.
this like coastal thing that makes it
Hmm.
easy to do this kind of stuff, to
Hmm.
cultivate and then provide some kind of,
I wish I could ask him what he wants.
I
I
mean,
don't
that
know what
could
he
be
wants.
part of your worship. I don't know. I mean, like, because he could, again, like, right? It's like, like trying to figure out divinity, like, beauty and hunger. I mean, like,
I'm thinking like a ritual.
yeah,
Like he feels
sure,
very ritualistic, even like
sure.
looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking that there's probably a ritual that must be done once a day.
Sure.
Um, and it's probably a little mixture of like what I'm assuming he kind of likes. So there's probably something like you need to have feathers, however you get them. So whether that's plucking them
Mm-hmm.
from something, and then blood magic is easiest to do because you can always take it from yourself.
Sure.
Um, so for mixing, you must collect feathers, you must use your own blood, and you must pray. In like a small ritual to this guy once a day. But the sacrifice, I guess, is the time that you're putting into it. Devotion of giving your own time and blood
Mm-hmm.
for it. Um, and maybe in doing so, given that you're using like seeds or feathers or something with it, it actually creates something,
Could.
and that is what is offered.
Sure.
So you need to have two material components.
It probably won't be
And
that complicated, but I mean, like, like if you're showing, like, you're trying to offer up, something that is cultivated by you,
yeah,
and,
that's
something that
exactly,
would
yeah.
feed, like, feed
Something
their
of
desire
self,
for
something
beauty.
of world.
Yeah. Something
Yeah.
for that, and also, like,
Um,
also feeds their desire for beauty as well. So, yeah, I mean, like, but
so
you can make it up as you go, because you're not necessarily, like, think about it, like, because if you're going to be on the road and you're going to worship, you're
mhm.
not necessarily going to have the same stuff available to you
Right.
all the
So I
time.
think that combination, like the way you said, like something of self and
Yeah,
something of world,
exactly.
that is with your daily prayer, something from yourself. And again, the easiest thing is blood because you're good, unless you're just completely out of it, you always have that.
Yeah.
And then something from the world, uh, something beautiful that you are sort of taking and offering.
I think for you as a worshiper, I think
Hmm.
he'd be beneficent enough to be able to say, if beauty is in the eye of the beholder, what do you
Hmm.
behold as beautiful?
Mm,
So, what, as you're beholding as beautiful, what are you offering up to
mm.
him, to his desire, to his hunger?
Okay.
Yeah, right? So, I mean, it doesn't have to be something that he
Mm.
necessarily considers beautiful. It's like, what do you consider as beautiful? Right?
Okay. That makes
So,
sense to me.
yeah. So just consider that when you're out, when I chase you out of town and you got to start like, working on your stuff. You've picked tutelage
Hmm.
with the vigilance of the hedgewoods. You
Yes.
studied under this god. What mystical part of themselves did they imprint upon you? And this could be at any point of your life before you
Mm.
leave, or you get,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So I mean, like, when you were a little kid, or like when you are like more of a teenager or whatever, like when you think that you've studied under this god, what mystical part of themselves did they imprint upon you?
Oh, being kind of following in this same thing, Druid crab, maybe being able to um touch things and feel its emotions is not the word that I'm looking for. Uh, like a empathy touch.
I like it. I mean, just take a look at their stuff, like there. I mean, empathy touch could be part of like the whole security thing, and as
Mm,
well as like part of the projection thing.
astral projection. Oh, that make astral projection makes me think of like the way like echolocation kind of is like you touch something and then like
Ooh.
you can sort of like if you were touching a tree
Mm-mm.
and then it's that sort of gray the way that Toph in Avatar kind of does her earth bending like the sort of it would take effort to do. Like you can't just like randomly put your hand on it and like expect it to work kind of thing. Like you have to
Mm-hmm.
put, thought into it. But I could see that being, especially given that they are like a tree
Mm-hmm.
god,
Yeah.
um, the root system that
Yeah.
the way the trees work,
Okay.
right? That
Okay.
interworking network.
Sure.
Um, So being able to either communicate with trees or again get that sort of like mapping of an
Mm-mm.
area or
I
something.
like that. I mean, like you can interpret it any way you
Hmm.
like. I mean, because I like the idea of like you're tapping into the root system or the
Hmm.
branching system or what have you. Um, and just to extend upon that, um, since they said something about imprint, it's like I would like
Yes.
to know when you did study with them, like
Hmm.
how that imprinting manifested in some kind of uh, sign on your body as
Ooh.
a constant reminder of their teaching. Like what is
I
on?
like the when you cut a tree, the rings, right?
Mhm.
There are
Okay,
rings,
yeah,
um,
age and yeah, swirls.
aging. So I think we actually kind of have something like that on our body where
Mhm.
like as we age, we keep getting these like almost tree-like lines um over our skin that is kind of at some point probably just gonna eventually like just cover us. Um, who knows what that will look like, but for
Yeah,
now we got like a decent amount of rings.
yeah, okay,
Um, they are like skin color-ish, so it's like it's like a discoloration,
yeah,
like the way that you would see like in tree rings.
sure. But I mean, it's an interesting pattern. Like
Mm,
it's not something out of the ordinary necessarily, but I mean, like it definitely imprints you as part of being the vigilance. Yeah. So
or even something on the inner palms,
what?
given that we
Yeah,
were talking about that as well, like
yeah.
the touching of things. So I could see that.
Wherever you think it would make sense to
Mm.
imprint upon you to help whenever you utilize their particular power,
Yeah,
right?
given that it's like we're talking about tapping into, I feel like we have to touch it. That
Hmm.
is like a
Okay.
part of it. So yeah, I can see the inner palms of our hands.
Yeah.
Um,
It's kind of
that's where our imprint is.
like an extended fingerprint, except in this case, it's the whole
Yes,
hand.
it's the whole hand. Yeah.
Nice,
Hmm.
nice, nice. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Write that in. And again, you can finagle any of these like at any point. I mean, like like I'd love just you start off with something and then you keep on playing to find out like how it just expands and increases, or changes.
Got you. Got you.
All right, here comes the terror.
No.
You fear this god.
Yes,
What act of providence, though, did you witness them perform?
because I don't think it was always like this. So I think we witnessed maybe as a child ourselves, the orphan maker enacting vengeance, revenge, whatever their reasoning was behind doing what they did. I'm thinking we literally seen why their name is what it is. I think we were orphaned by the orphan maker. Um, so we've seen mass feels very like God sort of coming over Egypt.
Oh, yeah, right. In terms of that, though, like
Hmm.
what do you think they saved the children from?
Ooh.
Like, was it a part of the war, or was it part of the something with the mutation of the line?
Ooh. I never thought about if what they were doing was good.
Well, I mean, like act of providence, like that you
Right.
witnessed them perform, and it would be something that like not just before you, but like during your lifetime. So this could be like when you're like a little kid, but you didn't necessarily remember, but it's always with
Mm.
you because maybe you saw them. That's why you've feared them ever since.
Yeah, I mean, even in a lot of contexts, right? God performs miracles, but usually it's it's fear, right? Especially Old Testament stuff, like
Oh
you're
yeah.
getting into like vengeance is just a thing. It's like you step out of line and you're gonna get
Raining down the fire and meteors
yeah,
and all this kind
so
of stuff. Oh sure, or the plague. So
it's hard to it's why I fear you and I don't love you, or I don't have you in that same position of worship. I fear you because I fear your power. I fear what they're able to do. So,
But how did they save someone? I mean, like, if this is an act of providence, right? I mean,
mm,
like, it's using their power to save
mm.
someone. So what did they save that person, that child from? What was it? Because their power is large and terrible, but you
Oh,
know it saved
there
someone.
are, I mean, there are terrible adults. Not every adult is good.
Yeah, sure.
So obviously it's a terrifying thing to know someone that is willing to destroy all you love, but not all adults are good, and maybe there was an adult doing some not so good things.
Yeah,
Um, Neighbor, a friend of mine, had a really rough childhood, and as much as I wanted to help, who am I, right? Against
child.
adults. I'm a
Hmm.
child. So hearing her pray constantly, not to who I expected, and for him to answer,
Yeah,
and not only answer, but show up and grant said wish in saving her life. But it's like my brain can't compute that. Like, I know what you do, and suddenly you're gonna do good for this person. Why can't you always? Why do you have to? Why is your power the way that it is? Right? Like, I must separate parents from their children is
in my other game, in my between game, I have a god of opportunity, and uh, I love the way Mike plays him because he always says it's like I do what I do because it's in my nature,
mm,
whether for good or ill. And it's like it's this kind of thing, right? Because I mean, like, he could just as easily make orphans in war and in peace, but yet also maybe every once in a while he does a favor, you know,
mm,
in the name of good intentions and stuff.
hmm.
So if you
Yeah,
want to
I
put
think
that
I've seen
down,
him save someone that mattered to me
yeah,
in a way that I couldn't,
yeah, exactly.
and
So
that
right,
doesn't compute.
like it was like it felt like it was an uh, like a gathering your friend in a moment of tenderness, even,
Yes,
after you took care of like the terrible adults, and just kind of like as in the picture, like, like kind of cradling them a little bit and just
same way,
be like,
and yeah,
yeah, exactly,
and
like
she
having
was
a
grateful for it,
yes.
and I'm like, that's not how I felt.
And he and they just were like, welcoming and like, again, tender.
Mm.
I mean, like, it does, as you say, it does not compute, but that's what they
Like
did.
my parents used to hold me like that,
Yeah, yeah,
and maybe they did do something
yeah,
that warranted your wrath, but I didn't see that because my parents were great
yeah,
and they loved me and I loved them, and so I see you as evil.
exactly.
So to do what you're doing right now, I don't understand it.
Ego. Your name will be remembered forever. Choose your identity wisely.
Mm.
Pick at least one from the list or create your own. So you have a name, a gender, and some flaws.
I absolutely love when I was looking at the book and I was like looking at what was listed for like gender and flaws. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's just
so
like doing
good.
like belonging outside belonging stuff, where it's like
Yes.
it's not like the actual like pronoun gender or whatever. We're talking about
Mm-hmm.
like, here's a beautiful phrase to describe, like, this is my gender
Yeah.
for today.
Mm.
This is the whisper in the dark. Yeah, that's me. That's my
That's,
gender
that's,
today.
that's me.
Yeah, please. I like whatever you feel like you want to use as
Yeah.
descriptor for your gender, and then your flaws. I mean, They said at least one, so obviously you can pick more than one if you want.
Right. No, of course. Ooh. Again, I think the fear is we seek knowledge, so it's not that we don't want to be educated. We're not hard-headed from that perspective,
Hmm.
but we are very s- no, because we don't mind change either. What's our flaw?
A name that speaks adaptability, flexibility,
Mm,
just some kind of like flow, something like that, because you're going to move like over and around things just like water.
mm,
Water finds its own level and can be powerful, but yet also like very light and weak. So, yeah, I mean, like you're like
mm.
that, you know?
I mean, river, literally.
Okay, sure.
Rivers flow and
Yeah,
they move around
yeah. And they
but
can
they
be
can
trickle and
indent.
they can also be powerful. So
Yeah, I like that.
they wave and wane. So, I mean, like, yeah, go for it. I mean, like,
Pronouns. We can go sheer on this one.
okay.
Uh, Gender. Um, we're feeling like a lighthouse. I like lighthouse because of its structure and its ability to be a beacon for those coming in from shore and supposed to be a warning so that they don't crash into the rocks.
So you consider yourself a steadfast light?
Mm,
Okay.
try to be,
All right.
try to be. But in doing so, um, what's the word? They usually talk about the difference between like villains and superheroes, right? That villains would burn the entire world for the person that they love, and the heroes would, you know, uh, to save the world, right? For the greater good.
Yeah.
Um, we don't have that. We want our cake and eat it too.
Yeah. Um,
So we want to save the world
mhm.
and the people that we love and not have to make those choices. So greedy might be extra, but like
Mm,
definitely like we want our cake and eat it too.
you're like, I mean, like, usually I like see something like selfish or
Heroic?
self-absorbed. If you want to put it down like that phrase, do it. Because I mean, like, like you need something as descriptive as possible to remind you
Mm.
this is what you feel. And if it changes,
Wanting
no
the best of
problem.
both worlds.
Yeah.
Can't have it both ways.
Yeah. Just go ahead and
Um,
put it down because I mean, like, you're gonna probably again, just like
Remember that easier, yeah.
yeah, because I mean, like, if you try to like stick it in one word, you're gonna be like, "What the hell did I talk about?" It's like, what did I mean? I don't know. I have to watch this video again. So
Yeah, we want it all.
yeah, and maybe that's not the easiest thing to do. Not at all. So all right. Um, let's see. We want to. Okay, so we got the moves stuff going on, which has a whole page of stuff on the
Yes.
moves page. My God. Um, which I actually adore because I mean, like, when we do your mortal moves, it's like
Hmm.
you gotta like do something, and then you pick one, and then I
Hmm.
get to answer the other one, which is great. And then if you instead try to do a divine move, then you
Yeah.
have to roll and then see like which one of these things is true to help you with the roll. And then the crucible moves are the big guns, So, oh shit.
Mm.
Mm, yeah. And renown moves are like, once you start picking up like whether you start killing or sparing gods.
Yeah,
So,
what side are you?
Yeah, exactly.
How's it
You're
going to
right.
be?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can tell you, it's like I only like maybe it was like half and half. I think like killed a few, spared a few. You know, it's like whatever.
Okay, neutral.
I mean, I was trying. What do you want? I mean, I know I had it in for my orphan maker. My orphan maker was my I'm gonna kill you, you bitch. You know.
Ooh,
Well, I mean,
okay.
he was horrible. Yeah, he was. Yeah, it was. It was like that last battle thing, and I actually had to find one of those like holy relic weapon things, and I'm like, oh shit. Ugh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, so we'll see what your journey looks like. I'm not sure yet. So, oh wait. Divinity versus powers. Although powers and divinity both provide the Godkiller with incredible talents, there are two important distinctions to keep in mind. Powers may come and go,
Okay.
but divinity is an inherent part of who the Godkiller is. Second, the protagonist's control over their powers may vary from scene to scene, but the God Killer's divinity can never truly be stripped from them. That makes sense.
Okay.
Um, because, yeah, if you decide to, go for the big guns and manifest the miracle, then you have completely, like, used up the ability to use that power. So that's when you would,
Mm.
like, strike it out. So I get that part. And then your divinity, of course, like, you just have to keep activating your divine trigger to
Yes.
make sure that you can actually use your divinity when
Access it. Yeah.
yeah, you can access it for sure. um yeah, powers are additional skills that you acquire by killing or sparing gods, right? And your divinity is always
Great.
with you, that you just have to trigger to get it to work. All right.
Putting herself in harm's way. Nothing
Mm,
will go wrong.
nothing will go wrong with that. No, absolutely not, for sure. um It is a crucial aspect of your identity and an intrinsic part of who you are. You could have acquired your divinity in some fateful, irrevocable way, or you were simply born with it. Oh, even when your divinity is dormant, it still has an effect on the world. Oh, yeah. So, like, when you want to do the power, you have to wield a power under divine moves, which makes sense. Yep, yep, yep. Um, So yeah, it depends on your intention, your experience, and the cruel whims of fate. Of course, because dice are involved, of course. And I did include the dice roller for which dice, and I will tell you right now,
Okay.
which dice enjoys and appreciates taking big swings. However, if narratively appropriate or it deems narratively, you know, not just appropriate, what am I trying to say? Worthy,
Okay.
then it may go against what we want. I don't know. I mean, like, if you've seen my weird dice fail videos, it's like,
Listen, and even when we played our one shot, and I'm like multiple ones back, everyone was rolling so well, and I was like, nah, some ones for you. Here's some ones.
just
Everyone
like,
else rolling fives, sixes, seven over there.
like a personal
Me?
slight over here.
Like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing. That's
I'm just
fantastic.
saying. I'm just saying. But I mean, like, but again, I mean, like, you just have to tell which dice in particular, that you're gonna do something amazing. Like, you just
Okay,
have to
I need to
tell.
voice it. I need to
You need to
speak it
voice
into
it out.
existence.
Seriously, I mean, like, I once, like, I don't know if you've ever played Salvage Union,
I
but
haven't.
okay, Salvage Union is like where you have a bunch of mechs and you're out to go get some resources to bring back to the big community mech that you're all living on or whatever. And
Okay.
so, some bandits with their own mechs were trying to rob me and my pals, my group. And
Hmm.
I was so pissed because we ran into we saw these bandits before, and he was being a
Hmm.
jackass about it. And I literally said, I am going to drop kick this one mech into his mech.
Okay.
I literally said that, and I got the highest dice for that move. Which
Okay.
dice gave me the highest dice? It's like, Witch dice, you're such my friend.
Speak it into existence.
To be speaking into existence.
Let them know
Seriously.
what we need.
Let them know what you need. Yes, absolutely.
And
Because
hopefully the dice gods are kind.
yes, exactly. Hopefully, dice gods are kind. But sometimes maybe dramatically appropriate for it to go horribly wrong.
Mm,
So,
yes.
but yeah, which dice will make the determination. But if you want to go big, take the big swing. I mean, like,
Okay.
yeah, because like it just appreciates like just some really awesome moves, right? So just
Okay.
do go for it. Um,
What could go wrong?
what
Right?
could go wrong?
It's
Nothing
like the
could
fate
go
of the
wrong.
universe is in our hands.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Everything will be fine.
Right.
It's all good. It's all good. As a mouthy upstart in the cradle, you can always try to goad an opponent, but they must be dangerous. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, that's challenge someone dangerous, and then you can add like recognize a god. You can tempt fate. Like all this stuff should be in the moves tab. Hold on, let me just double check.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. Yeah, Dunna did a really great job. He just like smacked everything into this character
No,
keeper.
seriously.
Thank God. Renown moves. Okay, so renown moves encapsulate your reputation throughout the cradle and track your journey as the Godkiller. If you're at a loss for what to do and the other moves don't address your needs, then turn to your renown moves. So Servant and Vagabond. Servant applies to God killers at the beginning of their journey when you've killed or spared exactly one god. So, get to working on that.
Get to these are rookie numbers. Get them up.
Get them up. Right. Vagabond moves apply to more seasoned god killers who have killed or spared several gods and are well on their way to killing more. Trust me, I use these moves too. It's all good. You're fine. All right, awesome. Do you want to start working on creating the cradle
Yeah, why
for
not?
now? And then we'll, like, whatever we don't finish today, then we can try to schedule another session.
Sounds good.
Okay, so let's flip over to the cradle session. Creating the cradle. Flesh out the God Killer's home as a team. All right. The player starts by answering a question of their choosing from the list. Then the GM answers a question of their choosing. So keep going back and forth until you feel like you have a good grasp on what the cradle looks like. So this is under first session, just so you know.
Perfect. Yep, I'm there.
Okay. So pick out one of those questions to answer. And if there's a matching picture or whatever, then, go ahead and like put the answer underneath that picture.
Ooh, these are some questions. I mean, the first one, it's I love it. What beautiful place in the cradle do you call home, and what about it is broken?
Right.
I think I told you again, the one that I am obsessed with this image is this beautiful sea green water with these sort of high rise looks like bridges, but then there's like clearly like buildings on top of them. Super obsessed with it.
There we go. Cool.
Perfect.
All right. And then on the bottom, they could put it under description about
Okay.
what about it is broken. Then if you want to name it, go for it.
Yeah. We're gonna call it. Mm, Shout out to fantasy name generators.
Yeah,
Because
fancy name
they are-
generators. Yeah.
Listen, like
Yeah. Not
got me
complaining.
through many.
Not
through
complaining.
many.
That has saved my ass like numerous times. I'm like, what? The name? What? Yeah.
Oh, this is pretty. Glalona.
Oh, nice.
I like how
Oh,
that's
nice.
spelled.
Very nice.
Very nice. Description, as in like what happens here, kind of vibe.
Yeah, I mean, like, what about it? Like, is great about it, but what about it is broken?
I think what makes it beautiful is that it wasn't built on accident. It was built on an ancestral ground.
Nice. Okay.
What is now covered in water.
I mean, maybe it was like always kind of, the good currents and everything were helpful for fishing and for also for the agriculture for the special plants or whatever. But I think
Mm-hmm.
how it's also broken is that it's flooding. Like they can't figure out like why, what's going on with it.
but it's broken because it's literally going under, or do we mean like more like building community stuff? Like,
Oh, maybe it is. I mean, that's up to you. Like if you want to say how it's broken from the inside or
mm,
from external forces. How do you
um,
want to put it?
I think because of the flooding,
Hmm.
um, it's caused infighting.
Mm,
Because more, I mean, less mouths to feed, the more the better off we might be in the future. And our whole having our cake and eat it too is that we can save everybody. We don't have to. We can figure it out, guys. We don't have to downsize. We don't have to have population control. We don't have to starve out, certain sections of us. We don't have to do that. We can it's fine. We'll figure it out like we always do. And they're like, that was fine at some point. That we're not at that point anymore. Like it is getting to scarce times and we need to figure it out. And something has to be done. And it can't just be off of it'll be good eventually. Because eventually it's now here. And it's not. So we're gonna make these decisions. So because of the flooding, it's caused infighting and um I don't want to say segregation. It's more like a caste system
mm. I mean, we could put it right like just like that, or maybe a hierarchy.
hierarchy.
I mean, that's up to you. I'm like, do you think it's more like where like the caste system is based on like, well, actually, like I thought that the caste system is more of like where you were born, like what part of the.
I was thinking more like what your duty is and or position in the tribe, the land. So those who have to do the more disgusting jobs or ones that no one wants to do,
Mm, they
right,
can never come
usually
out of
on
it.
the you can never come out of it.
Okay, then
You're
that's the
you're born you're
caste.
born you're yeah, you're born into that,
That's a
right? So
key.
if your
That's a
mom and
caste.
dad are doing that, that is what you are.
Oh
You'll never
man.
be more any many you'll never be more than that. And if you are the current chief's daughter, your children will always be that. Um kind of thing. And don't you ever talk to those on the lower end and they shouldn't even be lifting their head to look up at you and things of that nature. Because it just when things are bad, we like to make other people feel bad. We like to
Wow.
make other people feel bad. And that's
Okay.
not what it used to be. This place was beautiful, it was sacred, and our people were way more connected. And with the war and the way that things have just happened in the cradle, it's affected us too.
Okay. Many things got
Given that we also
broken.
have a connection to or vigilant,
Okay.
that is,
Yeah.
uh, it's scary looking that a boneyard splinter this image here. It's
Uh,
terrifying.
let's see.
That
Let's
thing is
see.
absolutely terrifying.
Oh, you mean like
Um,
the one okay, got it. Yeah,
yeah,
I
that
don't.
looks terrifying. I feel like that's deeper in, but this one with the very nice path,
Mhm.
even though it looks kind of like stormy in it,
Mm,
I feel like that's probably just outside
sure.
of Glalona because if I have this tutelage, I'm assuming I need to be able to get to a space
Yeah.
where I'm able to connect with them.
Oh, sure.
So that
Yeah.
makes sense that that is like right outside
Mhm.
of Glalona, and that's probably the path I'm going to take to get out of this place as well,
Yeah.
if we're not going on a boat.
Right. So, it depends. I mean, like, if you're like either getting the word from Lord Basfamel or you're getting the word
Hmm.
from the Vigilance. I mean, like,
Hmm.
it really depends. So we'll find out what this looks like when we're actually, in it to play. What question do I want to answer?
Something that's so nice and not terrible at all.
Oh man, heretic. I gotta answer the God thing. What God rules your home, and what must you tithe to them in exchange? So let's take a look at the gods. What do
So
we want to say?
there's a couple in there that
You worship Lord Basamel, and
hmm
you were taught by the Vigilance. But I mean, like, are either one of those ones like overseeing or like the majority of your
Ooh,
people's worship? I mean, or
I
is it
think
somebody else?
I think no, actually. I think Baphomet has been our personal choice
Okay.
to try to not because we have beef with Orphan Maker.
Yeah.
Whether or not we fully understand them, we don't. But I feel like that would probably be another thing that would just add into why we don't fit in
Okay. I
if
mean, that's
everyone else sort of believes in someone else.
okay.
I
So
could see
let's
that.
see. What would fit for that particular area, you think? Let's see. We got the way home. Let's click on them. I'm in the God tab.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mage Eater. No, way home. Let's do way home first. Way home Wanderlust. I must lead the lost back home. Navigation. I think that's sort of kind of maybe. Um, that could be sort of like river based. Let's see who else. Voice from the cave, maybe. Voice from the cave. Doubt. Unbelievable spectacles, illusions. Don't think Black
Would Mage
Forge.
Eater, I'm assuming that means they're anti-magic,
Let's see.
potentially?
Let's find out. Magic. I must consume great feats of sorcery,
Mm,
siphoning off others' power. Ooh, yeah.
small withered serpent. Decapitation. Yeah, we love that. Why are you like that, sir? Do you want to talk?
That's how you bring them down, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Downfall. Okay, got you. I
Downfall,
thought that
yeah.
was like what he like his favorite my favorite pastime, is just having my wall of human heads all over it.
Yep. Oh, so basically, like in the divine moves or the crucible moves, sorry. When you
Mm,
kill a god, you confront a god in their true form and
mm,
exploit their downfall to kill them. Describe how you slay
mm.
them, and then roll the 2d6. And then,
Got
like,
you.
then like the hit, the strong hit, and the miss. When you kill a god, brace yourself. The cradle is about to change. A god's death is always transformative. Tyrant or saint, their passing alters fate. Murder is messy. There's no perfect way to slay a god. Even a 10 plus incurs consequences. No matter what you roll, GM always gets to furnish consequences beyond your control, so prepare yourself. And spare a god, when you confront a god in their true form and reveal you know their downfall, but relent at the last moment, describe how you spare them and then roll the die, and then they will give you a favor, um, such as lifting a curse or performing a miracle. So,
Huh.
yeah. Uh,
Oddly enough.
yeah, so anyway, who do we think is very fitting? I mean, like, Way Home sounds like, pretty decent for, these river based people. Or do you have another idea?
I was kind of just clicking through them, just seeing
Yeah,
what we had, who we had.
sure.
And yeah, oddly enough, The Way Home or Basketball, like they do like I think they're the two closest
Hmm.
um that make sense to me.
I mean, if you want to double down on the whole, like, I'm a misfit because, I mean,
Mm,
we can totally make it the way home as everybody's god of choice.
yeah.
So let's see. Let's go back to that question. What god
What
brings you
must you
home?
tithe?
What must you tithe to the way home? Let's see.
If they're doing navigation, it almost reminds me of how like coming of age ceremonies.
Mm,
There's
mm, mm.
there's one Native American one where you that I had read about where like you're in the woods, right? Like um folks of a certain age, right, sort of have this like rite of passage of going trying to go through like this enlightenment, right? Being out in the woods by yourself for like a couple of days. Um and it's all based off of like what you see
Hmm.
while you're out there. Um so if their power is navigation and leading the lost back home, feels like you have to get lost for that to happen, right?
Yeah.
Like enjoying there being lost, which means you need to leave home to do such a thing. Um, so if this coastal space is like our home base, we probably leave it often. That's probably how I also came across the vigilance. Right? If we're going out into the woods and such, again, unlike everyone else, I was making connections to other guys.
Yeah, exactly.
The way home being like, please get lost so that I can bring you back.
We have age ceremonies and important events. Hold on. Uh, a sense of direction. Like, and that could be interpreted any way, right? It could be
Mm,
either a map, it could be a compass, it could be something to show that we're making our way back, or something that shows that we're, pointing in a different direction. So
like reading stars,
yeah, yeah, it could be a star
knowing
chart.
the
Yeah,
sense
something.
of the direction. Yeah.
Right. So navigating. So like anything that could be shown as pointing a sense of direction. That is what we tithe at coming of age ceremonies and important events. You can answer another question.
Yeah. I was also looking at that local heretic question,
Mm.
and I was trying to think like what I had already like sort of built. What would be considered heresy in Galona? Like, what could you do that other folks would be like, I can't believe you did that?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I mean, I guess it would be blasphemy to be praying to other gods. That's a simple one.
mm-hmm.
Um,
But I mean, like this is such blatant. Um, I would imagine this is like such blatant either disrespect or such blatant proselytizing of the other god's tenets. That's why they're the
mhm,
local heretic. I mean, you
mm,
don't do that. I mean, like you keep your love of blasphemel, like under wraps. But people sense that you're not quite into the way home as everybody else is. You know.
mm.
But yeah, this person is like really into whomever.
Oh yeah, because I'm more connected to nature and the
Yeah,
trees rather than your maps and your star maps and your things of that nature to get home.
yeah,
The roots tell me the way. I
yeah.
don't need to look to the sky.
Sure, absolutely. But yeah, this person is like not even considering that. Like their way is so not thinking about paths or star
mm,
maps or directions or anything like that. I mean, it's got to be somebody who's so, again, like proselytizing about somebody else, that it's like they're
mm.
considered heretic.
Science. And we
Um,
feel like a very like spiritual people, right? When we're
mhm,
talking about
mhm, mhm.
nature, we're talking about the stars, we're talking about these gods. So someone who's like pulling away from the religion in the spiritual realm of things, one who probably believes in like Vulcan of the Black Forge, right? Maybe something more of like um
Let's see.
what is it,
Or
the
I must forge miraculous objects. This is like an artificer's god.
I can do what gods can.
Ooh, ooh,
I can do what your God can.
ooh. Oh, that's wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so shit.
Oh, the way home guides you. Did you know that magnets is what controls a compass?
Oh,
You didn't even know that I've been changed. Like, true north is that way,
oh,
idiot.
oh my God, that's amazing. So who are you picking to be? Who are you picking to be the
Yeah.
heretic, man? Or do you want to like you throw in another picture?
See, no one's like techie here. I do like our two guys in the middle down there. They feel the most like, but the one here feels like a priest who is like preaching the ways of like the way home and is like, look to the stars and you'll always make it there
I
and
mean, you can
they're
totally
always
make
with
them
us.
the way home. priest if you want, but yeah. Is it
Yeah,
the guy
that's kind
below
of
him maybe? That's
that's
like
what I was kind of looking at. Like
yeah, yeah.
he kind of gives me a what's that from Prince of Egypt? The two guys like the what's the song? You're playing with the big boys now. When Moses is trying to convince them of like all of like things that he's doing that are God's miracles,
Oh, he's
and
always denying and denying and all this kind of stuff.
oh,
Oh
you want to
God.
turn a stick into a snake? I can do that too, and they do it, and they're like, oh, river of blood, and they put like some like red powder in like in water, and they're like, here's your blood, like.
Oh my gosh. Oh noes. Okay, yeah. So yeah, go ahead and make him the heretic because he thinks that he can do what the god
Yeah, he's a
can do.
sorcerer of or wizard of some sort. He's out here like I wizard artificer like I'm able to do the things that you guys are literally praying day and night to these gods to do. If you just picked up something and did it yourself, it'd have been done yesterday.
Something like that. Yeah.
But you're praying day and night for 2 weeks, for this rain to come in. It rain's gonna happen anyway. I could have told you that because there are literally like clouds. Like there's a process to it.
This is the guy who's probably also the tinkerer, right? Like, he's got
Mm-hmm.
like he makes devices and stuff like that.
Uh-huh. For
So,
sure.
yeah. But how are they
Give him a
humiliated
name.
or punished every day?
Humiliated or punished? Ostracized for sure.
Okay.
So definitely like trying to keep him out of things.
Maybe
He's definitely
maybe
shunned.
maybe he's like on the outskirts of the village because
Yeah.
he's just, oh God, are you like, oh, it's that guy again,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm. If he
And
ever comes in, like it's literally one of those like women are like or people are
turning,
like turning their heads, like don't
sure,
look at him,
sure,
like
sure.
don't talk to him. If you're caught talking to him, you'll also be punished. Um, so yeah, he's completely shunned. So anytime he comes literally into the area itself, he is humiliated in that way, but also I'm sure whatever like members we have that are in power, make it their duty, to make a big show about it because who wants to be that person, right? It's always easy when you shun that person and you're like, just don't be him, and we'll he probably also says that the caste system is a terrible thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's the voice of reason
common
on so
sense.
many
Yeah,
different things. Yeah.
reason, absolutely,
Hmm.
reason, common sense. That sort of thing. So yeah,
Give these two names.
what are you naming the
Um,
top guy? The guy, the
so
priest.
are not so good guy.
Do
Well,
you do you
I
have a
guess it
name?
depends on who.
Do you have the name for this guy? I have one.
That's what
And
I'm. Oh,
I,
if you have one, go ahead, by all means.
okay, his name is Jolias.
He's probably not as bad as everyone makes him seem.
No, yeah,
For shame.
yeah. If you want to put in like the description and stuff like that of how he's humiliated by ostracism, but I mean, like, he's just given like all the reasonable things that we should know. So his name is Jolias, or their name is Jolias. Sorry.
Okay. Speaks against
The system.
gods,
Yeah,
the system, and
mixed things.
the world at large. He's out here living a different life.
Yeah.
Um, well, no, because they forced him down there. You can't be here with us.
I think, you know what? I bet you, because there's always a tragic backstory. I think he was married to somebody. He was married to
No.
a Glolonin, and she passed away. And he speaks his mind because she adored him for it, but yeah, she's no longer there.
Was it a curable disease that he ended up figuring out, like the antidote, or and everyone's like, oh, it's God's will, and it's if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and if they want to take her home, they take her home. And it's
I
like,
mean, they did all the ritual passes and everything like that,
mm,
but I mean, it was something that no, I mean, like, I could have catalyzed something, or I could have like researched something, and they didn't let him or what have you, and I think she passed away.
mm,
To the end, she was always like, She always believed in him.
That's something we definitely don't. There's probably another. We don't believe in that, like in the whole the caste system of like you were born into what you were meant to be. Like, no, you are who you are going to be. You have to carve that out yourself.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not putting up with that shit, but my wife loved it here, you know?
Oh, my wife loved it here. Oh,
I
that's
mean,
why he actually comes in
yeah.
to the space is for those moments,
Mm-hmm.
whether that's visiting her favorite spot or
Yeah.
whatever, and he's willing to accept all of that
Oh, yeah. For sure.
hatred for
Oh,
that
sure.
once a month or
Yeah.
once every couple months or whatever whenever it
He
is that he
he's a
comes by.
he's a crotchety they're a crotchety old pain in the tarse, but you know, like they're willing to deal with it because
Mm,
they loved her that much. Yeah.
mm.
Leave it to me to give somebody a tragic backstory. All right.
I am the same way, so I'm
Oh my
like, yeah,
gosh, amazing. Okay, great. Oh,
we
so
love the like this. I was like, I'm coming in here like I was like, I selected Orphan Maker, and I was like, I don't think Mads would have left that there if that wasn't,
oh
an
yeah.
option. But I was like,
No, I
that's
mean
kind of dark.
I like to be honest, it's like I changed the picture because it's like the picture that Dunham put in for Orphan Maker was okay, but I was like I want something a little bit more evocative of
Mm.
him, and I found that one, and I was like, yeah, that's
I
Orphan
saw that and I
Maker.
was like, oof.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
have so many questions,
I
sir. We need to
know,
sit
I
down and have a
know.
conversation
Exactly.
if you are willing.
Heretic. Let me see if I want to answer another question. Hmm. Do you mind if I answer the who is your closest friend?
I was hoping you were gonna answer that,
Okay.
honestly.
Got it, got it, got it, got it. All right.
Because it's better from an outside perspective to answer like why can't they understand? And I'm like, Mads would probably come up with something good.
Yeah. I think it's the person that's next to Jolias. Give him a name. Okay. His name is Kalar,
Okay.
and closest friend.
But doesn't understand me.
But doesn't understand.
Some friend.
Well, wait a second. Hold on a second. Why can they never truly understand you? Um. Oh, but can never. Okay. Can never truly understand your love of Lord Basfamel.
Ooh.
He's a map maker,
Okay.
um, pathfinder, and deals more in, I don't want to just say directions. Deals more in building or designing ways
Mm.
rather than appreciating beauty, oops, or appetite.
Mm. But Blasphemous is
Like
such a
like
360.
he can't appreciate like the way you savor things, right? Like so I mean
Mm.
like with the appetite, like he can't quite savor, and with the beauty it's like it, okay, it's pretty, it's art. I mean like and you know you're pretty too in your own way. I mean like what do you want me to say? I mean, right, so that kind of thing
You're
going on.
looking at it, but you're not looking at it.
I'm looking at it like I would look at this map. Look at this. Look at this. This, I guess this would be beautiful to me.
Yes, it's a
Look at
gorgeous
all these
map.
look at all these pathways.
I
get
mean, it'd
from
be nice if you
here
had a
to...
little bit more color to it, but
Are you serious? No! If I added more color to it, it would muddy up the paths.
that's why
But
you put the color down first and then the path on top. I'm just, I'm not judging your map making
okay,
abilities.
okay, got it. Okay. When you make the pathway um from Aurelian to here, you know, then talk to me. And he's like smirking when he says it. He's like,
But you know I will.
River.
You just don't understand it, and that's fine. I'm not judging you. You're judging me, but I'm not judging you.
I
This is
wish
judgment.
I hey, I wish I got it. I wish I understood what you're trying to explain to me, why
Hmm.
you love him so much, I guess. Love them. I mean, it's faith, belief, I guess. I mean, anyone can have it. It's fine. But yeah, it just seems kind of strange, I guess. It seems very different from what we do and what we have been doing for quite some time. So, but I still love you anyway. I mean, you've seen me through all the weird times. So, I can't fault you for anything. I don't understand it, but I can't fault you for it.
Look at you getting all
I'm not
sentimental.
sentimental about anything. I don't know what you're talking
Mm.
about.
Oh, sure, that's not heart shapes I see in your eyes.
Nope, not at all.
Mm.
That's just the sparkle from the special ink I'm using. That's it.
Mm. We should be careful. I'm huffing that. It smells.
It smells good, but I'm not huffing it. Just so you know.
Uh-huh. Just say you're gonna miss me. It would be so much easier.
I mean, I'd prefer it if you didn't go. I'd prefer it if you know, hung around and see what there is to see.
We've seen all that there is to see. I don't think we could make any more maps of this. I know it like the back of my hand. I don't even need it anymore.
But I mean, like, things are changing. I mean, like, things are flooding out. I mean, some of these pathways don't even work anymore because the water's covering them. And I don't know what to do about it.
Leaving is the best choice. You're just gonna stay here and go under?
I mean, we could move move the village lines back.
Again?
It's either that or build whatever the hell Julius was talking about. Something about like some kind of what is it? Dam or some kind of wheel. What was he talking about?
The
I don't know.
leaders would lose their shit.
I
Also,
know
stop saying his name so loud.
that guy. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I mean, suggestion's probably going to go up of moving the line back again, just for another season, and then seeing what happens. I mean, the waters should recede soon.
When's the last time it's receded as it should?
I don't know.
I don't want to take your hope. I'm glad you still have it.
I mean, it keeps me in business. I mean, I have to keep updating my maps and finding different paths to get around.
It's It's not safe here anymore.
River, it's our home.
And it's being washed away. Unfortunate as it is, but there will be no songs to sing. There will be no poems. There will be no glory if we're all under the waves. Promise me if it gets too bad, you will get out.
He takes your hands and brings them up to his chin. I promise to leave if it gets bad. But I ask you, where do you think I should go? Where do you think we should go?
The cradle is large, and there are plenty of other places to go. But it means leaving the forest, it means leaving the mountains, it means leaving. Not looking back, not letting the way home pull you back. It means breaking that connection.
They always lead us back. We wander. We explore. But we always come back home.
When I figure out what's happening, we'll be able to come back. We'll be able to rebuild, even if it's under the waves. We will be what we were once again.
The leaders are supposed to meet tonight. Are you going to go before they meet? They're probably going to, again, say we have to move back the line. Ask me to update the maps.
You know me. I don't ask permission.
No, you don't. River. Can't stop you. I know. And this is where he's going to lean forward and put his forehead against yours. Promise me that you'll do your best to stay safe. And no matter what answers are out there, you'll come back. Lord Basfamil or no?
I lean my forehead also to his, but my wording is different. I promise that I will do everything in my power to make things right and to save you all. And I will come back either in this world or the next.
And he looks into your eyes. I hope this world first.
This river always flows home.
Oh. I care for you a lot, River. I don't want to see you dry up or turn into a trickle. and then he'll kind of turn away from you, and then like rub his nose and rub his eyes. It's like I should get back to working on my maps and have something ready for the elders. Oh, let me give you something before you go. And he'll like rummage into one of his chests, and he'll give you a compass, and he'll say, I know I'm not supposed to say his name, but this is one of the first ones that guy made when when they were still hanging around the village with his wife. And it's been good to me, and I think it'll be good for you too. So he'll put it in your palm, and then he'll put his hand on top of your hand. Bring it back. Try not to break it on the way, huh?
My hand sort of brushes over his, and I lift up the compass and I sort of touch it to my forehead, which is like a normal signature. Usually it's with two fingers if you're like sending off, but specifically showing him with the same gesture that I'll protect it.
And then he'll same for you. He'll turn away in earnest this time, trying not to look back.
I force a look back as I sort of like, it's like a little trickle of a trot up to his shoulder, kind of like putting my chin on it, like we're kids again. I'm like looking at the side, like the next time I do this, everything's gonna be all right. And I'll like kiss him on the cheek before letting my weight drift off of his shoulder.
Yeah. And you may not have seen it, but like there was a tear going down one of his eyes, down his cheek. So, yeah. And that brings us to the end of this session, because it's like, yes, I have to go. But like the next session, like, that we have to schedule, you get to kill your first god. Hey. So we gotta figure out who that's gonna be.
Got some fixing to do.
So there we go. Yeah. So.
What do you mean you won't stop the floods?
Or like, maybe there's like they're working with the one who is. Who knows? We don't know yet. So we can discuss that more offline. But yeah, like start looking and seeing which one of these meatheads is the one that's doing it, or that's going to be your first, kill. Anyway.
Yeah. Options there.
Yeah, exactly. So what god does the Godkiller kill first? There's no right or wrong answer. Co-create a deity that makes sense given the themes you're exploring, the world you've made together, and the Godkiller's backstory. Once a god has been selected, work together to determine how the Godkiller figures out or stumbles into their heart or downfall. Remember, the Godkiller is the first mortal to ever slay a god. They probably wouldn't go into this scene expecting to win or even live.
At all.
Exactly. And then when all these pieces are in place, you're ready to play. It's when we're going to play in earnest and all this kind of stuff. Kick things off with a rousing narration describing the Godkiller at the threshold of the doomed god, heart and downfall in view, adrenaline surging through their veins. We don't have to make it that fancy, I mean, honestly. Players should describe their character, what they look like, what they're feeling, and what they do next. And when the time is right, it's time to kill a god. Trigger that crucible move and let the dice guide the story. What happens next is up to the two of you. Godkiller's tale is now in your hands. Yeah.
Already off the top of my head, just looking at what they are into and what they do, I feel like I see a path, like
Yeah.
dog's tooth to little slaughter to mage eater to devil. Like I see the
So
build up potentially.
if you have a suggestion for the build up, please do, because I mean, like, I will go where I think the path will lead, but I'd like to
Okay.
see a little bit of a sketch first, right? So I
Mm.
mean, like, what you're
My thought is
thinking.
like lesser to greater,
Yeah,
like getting
yeah,
further down, like you're getting
sure.
information, you're like you're asking this
Mhm.
person like, "Hey, so
Right,
what's going on?"
right.
I'm not
And
going to tell
then,
you anything. Oh, really? Okay, well, we're gonna have to fight about
yeah,
it.
I mean, right. I mean, like, and again, like, like you kill the first god, but then, like,
Mm-hmm.
after that, it's more of a, what kind of decisions is the god killer making? Are they going
Mm,
to just right off the bat? And it doesn't even have to be on purpose, right? Maybe it's
mm,
an accidental kill.
mm,
Maybe it's a, like, you don't want to. You're like, what the hell? Why are you forcing this on me? And, like, what am I
mm,
doing? I have no idea how I'm even able to do this. And then you're discovering how you're able to activate, but then, like, now you have to make the decision. Are you going to be sparing them,
mm,
being merciful or whatever, or are you going to just kill them outright and just gain power? Do the
mm.
Highlander bit or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, it's gonna look however you're gonna determine how it looks, right? I'm
Right.
just gonna be putting these people in your way or these gods in your way. So,
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have a sketch about like how you think the pathway goes,
I
because
just
there's
know we're gonna be going like we're gonna be trying to get information,
yeah,
and it's definitely the very Tanjiro from Demon Slayer of like, I'd like to not kill you. Like I'm always
mm,
gonna try to have a conversation first. You're not
yeah,
willing to give it to me. Okay, maybe if I beat you up a little bit, maybe you'll give me something, you know. And Dog Stew just feels like that, like very hee hee ha ha misdirection. I'm not gonna give it to you, not for free, type of energy.
yeah. He's very much feels like a trickster god and all this kind of stuff.
Yes,
So
that's the vibe
we'll
I got.
yeah. So I mean, like, yeah, totally. I mean, if you think that's where the pathway starts, then
But I
that's
don't want to kill him. I
well, then
don't
it
have
doesn't have to be the
to.
first one. I mean, like, it's up to you. I mean, like,
Little Slaughter, it seems like they're just like, yo, I'm about there is no talking to me. Like you could try, but like I like suffering.
yeah,
I like agony, so
yeah. I mean, again, I
yeah.
mean, like, like, whatever suggestions you have. I mean, like, I'm willing to see the
I'm
sketch, and then
thinking
we'll see
still
how it
thinking
plays.
Dogs too though. I do feel like it's probably not one that we wanted to do, but like it's gonna be the puzzle piece that we need
Make it
to
hard. Make it hard
mm,
to for you to decide. I mean, like,
yeah.
but yeah, you're gonna need to activate this somehow. You're gonna need to discover, oh shit, I can do this. Wait, what? Oh noes.
Mm. Oh noes.
Oh noes. Alrighty. So I'm gonna leave you for with that for now. I mean, look,
Yes.
once it processes, I'm gonna send you a copy of the video so this way, like you can remind me, I can remind you, and just watch the thing, and then
Yeah.
we'll get to killing the first god. Just
Thank you so much, Matt.
oh,
This
you're
was
welcome.
wonderful.
No,
Uh,
it'll be good. It'll be good. Like, we'll just have to figure out how the pathway works, and things
Yeah.
might change. But I mean, like, to have
Yeah.
the first sketchings of it is really cool. So,
Mm.
like, enjoy your son, enjoy your holiday,
Thank
and
you. Thank you
like,
as well.
keep in touch in the Discord chat and all
Yes,
that kind of
of
stuff.
course.
And I
Yeah.
will see you on the 10th.
All right. Sounds
All
good.
right, awesome. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.